Alrighty, sorry about the late start. These things happen. Welcome back to Mecha Mondays. I'm your intrepid pilot, Fragath, and today we're doing some more Armored Core 6. Because of course we are. I have a lot of money floating around. I did not do very much grinding. I swapped out my torso for the all-mind torso. We're going for AB thrust, slope booster thrust, if we can manage it. If there's something with exceptionally low AB energy consumption, we'll probably go for it as well. Most of our range, we're going to try and be in the 200 odd range. And we have an FCS we can swap to in the event that we have to go closer. There's some weapons that I wanted to make sure I had two of. What were they? Oh, I might have been about to just like straight up buy all the shields so that I don't have to worry about them. They're unique. And then all the melee weapons that are available as well. So I don't have to worry about those. Those aren't twofers. I'm not going to worry about that. The energy shotgun's not too shabby. I'll grab you and grab you. And that sets me back far enough that I'm not going to bother with anything more. Alright, I did all the arena stuff. No, I did not. I have arena stuff to do. Okay. Morning! Thanks for tuning in, Jukebox. What was the other thing I tweaked here? Well, everything's basically the same. The reason I swapped to the Mind Alpha is because it wasn't that much of a drop in stats, and it gave me better generator supply adjustment as well as booster efficiency adjustment. It doesn't have as much output, but it's enough that I was able to get by. I'll probably have to switch back to this one if I do a really heavy energy load setup. It also lightens us up a bit, so we'll be a bit faster, and we don't lose too much in terms of speed. So we are going to do these arena fights. What did we have for OS tuning that we were going to gun for? Dynamic deflection control tuning was going to be a high priority. There's, what, 4 of these? 5 of these. Okay, so we're going to have 20 points to burn. Half of those are going to go to the damage reduction. After that, really anything goes. If I could stack terminal armor with assault armor, I would do it in a heartbeat. What I'll probably do is cap out assault armor, because I think that's 3, and then I don't think it's 4. I think it's like 6 for the last level, but we'll find out. I do want to get weapon bay, so if I have spare points left over, I'll grab that. Manual aiming is okay. Quick turn is okay. It's not terrible. It's much better if you're using a controller. I am not. Which isn't to say that it's not valuable. It is, but it's a lot less valuable if you're on mouse and keyboard, because you can just flick and you're very fast. I will eventually start working on these damage boosting parts, because they're all good. All of them are good. Probably I will cap out the melee one just to capitalize on it. But all of them are good, and I'll probably do them fairly evenly, since I am. Or I can put it into kinetics, because kinetics are pretty disgusting. I don't know. Energy weapons are good, but there's like big gaps where the best weapons you have available are not those. Okay, those are our new ones, so we'll just bang out the arena here. Oh, we do get to fight Cinder Carla. Excellent. I think she's got fancy... So I love her AC design because it looks kind of like a Gyaradoga or something. It looks very Gundam-y. I think she has unique hand missiles. I'm not sure. So, first we're going to fight, though, rank 12. Vesper 3, O'Keefe, piloting Baron Flower. Third squad leader of the Vespers, the Arquebus Group's augmented human squad. O'Keefe is originally a member of an older generation of augmented humans, and during the Island 4 disturbance, he worked as an agent carrying out espionage activities. He was later headhunted by Arquebus's information department, and agreed to sign up on the condition that they provided him with Generation 9 augmentation surgery to counteract the coral burn-in on his brain. So they're using coral. They were using coral in people's brains in order to boost their performance for AC piloting. We will learn more about what the coral is. Those of you who are even remotely sci-fi genre savvy will probably have twigged to what it is already. I will not say anything. Let's just say, think Stanislaw Lem. And if that's too much of a hint, sorry. If it's not enough of a hint, well, guess you'll find out. Oh great, he's a tetrapod as well, so this is going to be exciting. Basic game plan, get right in his face and start blasting. Nothing else matters. He may not let me get away with it. I could have probably ended him with a songbird to the face.
Well done.
Yeah, pretty long flight time. And it also recharges a little faster, I think. 30 seconds? Not bad. Not great. You can beat some of these ACs very quickly. They are not much of a challenge, unfortunately. Compared to, like, Last Raven, holy shit. Last Raven is, like... I'm going to actually tweak my sound up a little. It's a smidge quiet. Last Raven's non-trivial. Extreme difficulty. One word, Zenaida fight. Jesus. So this is rank 11 Cinder Carla in her Armored Core full course. The ringleader of RAD and its chief engineer, responsible for the basic specifications of all the organization's products. A specialist in data processing and machine design, and a fount of knowledge with an imaginative genius, Cinder Carla has produced a long line of eccentric and fanciful weaponry quite unlike those found in a corporate catalog. Her stated design philosophy, "What use is a killing machine that can't get a good laugh?" I hear you. I also want her back missiles. We will be using those when we get them.
Arena Combat Aptitude Evaluation Program, number 11, rank... What is this?
Kinda creepy to go around ranking strangers, don't you think? Well, whatever. I'm busy, but you can have this old data.
What's this all about? This is a simulation, yes? Many missiles! Oh no, you don't. 50%.
AP at 30%.
good. She actually gave me a little trouble there.
Nice. Don't know about the sim.
It appears the data contained an unauthorized message. We apologize. Terminating evaluation.
We apologize for any inconvenience this may have caused. Well, that's good. Alright. So that was the closest the game has gotten to a challenging Armored Core fight, other than fighting against Sula the first time you fight him, because you were just not prepared for an actual fight against an AC. Alright, so after we beat the next one here... You want to give me your missiles? No? Okay. I'd like those. I don't know when we get them. Alright, so this is Cold Call, piloting Dead Sled. I like him already. An independent mercenary who bargained his way into an effortless entry to Rubicon, having anticipated the extraplanetary corporation's forays well before they made their move. A specialist in corporate wet work, Cold Call removes undesirable elements on the behalf of those who do not wish to be seen getting their hands dirty. Quick to identify a fellow assassin, he claims that you can smell a real killer right through their AC. Okay, so he has a big schnoz. We get it. He can smell good.
Arena Combat Aptitude Evaluation Program. Number 10. Rank B.
Alright, what do you got?
Subject AC. Dead Sled. Call sign. Cold
Energy
Call.
weapons, some basic missiles. I don't know what's on his shoulder. I think that's a shield.
Commencing evaluation.
I think the thing in his left hand is a melee weapon, but I'm not absolutely positive. I don't recognize it. Meow. Wow, yep. Definitely a shield. Ah, shit, I lost him. Where'd he go? There he is. Listen here, you. Got him. Shield users give me a smidgen of trouble because I often
Target destroyed.
don't think to look to see if they've deployed the thing or not.
Evaluation.
And
Well
even when
done.
they do, it's like, okay, they just took substantially reduced damage. But that wasn't too bad. Alright, so now we can buy that damage reduction, so we are going to do that. It's only a 3% increase over where we're at, but every little bit helps. At some point we will want to get the repair kit optimization. It just makes every repair kit that much more valuable. The initial level isn't worth a hell of a lot. Everything after that starts getting better. Because once you're over an additional 1,000 health repaired, you're actually getting to the point where it's worth something. At level 3, or update 3, or level 4, I think that's like... it's upwards of 5,000 health being restored. It's quite a bit. So it means even very durable frames are getting a large chunk back, and mine is on the heavier side. Okay. So now we have Rusty. We've fought alongside him, sort of, except he's run away every single time. Now we get to fight the guy, show him who's boss. This is Vesper 4 Rusty. Piloting Steel Haze. Fourth squad leader of the Vespers, the Arquebus Group's augmented human squad. Discovered through the recruitment program operated by Schneider, an Arquebus affiliate, Rusty so quickly distinguished himself that he was selected to join the upper echelons of Vespers in less than half a year. Rusty received augmentation surgery prior to joining the Vespers, and though the precise details are unclear, he has declared himself to be of the 8th generation. Good for him. Let's bully him mercilessly. Going missiles in AC fights is often a good idea because they just can't dodge all of them, and eventually you chip them away through attrition. Going with super heavy hitting stuff is not always the best route, so he's definitely got melee. Oh, he's got the machine pistol, I think. That thing's kind of wonky, because it's got longer range than most of the other pistols.
Main system activating combat mode.
So he's going to be dangerous at my optimum range. That's quite enough out of you. I'd like to hit you once. The hell was that?
AP 50%.
Okay, so the plan is actually stay under him, not above him. Got it.
Target destroyed. Concluding evaluation. Well done.
Fortunately, he got like right up into my face and let me get an assault armor off on him, which was nice. I'm glad he did that for me. He was very kind. Alrighty. Oh, go to AC design and check AC data under preset. Oh, you can actually spend the money to get all the necessary parts to make that happen. Cool. Ah, here we go. So, we're looking for the soup and the aperitif. I love... That's what those are called. I love the name of all of her components. All of them. Her head is the appetizer. Her torso is the main dish. Her arms are the salad. And her legs, they're dessert. So she is food-themed. She's a hungry girl. And who can blame her? Most of these guys are going to have assault armor. The ones that have pulse armor and pulse protection throw me so badly because I'm like, oh no, there's electric shock stuff going on. I better get away from the Kojima particles. And then it's like, oh, you just have that. Okay, you loser. Get back here. So yeah, other than the fact that we don't have the weapon components, this is a build that I would be very happy to use. Can I look at the components? Oh, okay, fine. Alrighty, last one of this batch. This is Honest Brute, who we're going to fight again in a minute. Piloting Milktooth. Leader of the Junker Coyotes, a major dozer force. Brute was originally hired by Rad. His smooth-talking, affable nature quickly caught the attention of Carla, who found him quite unlike the average dozer. When it was discovered that the man was a psychopath and a pathological liar, he fled, taking a considerable amount of Rad's funds and technology with him, a loss that was too great for Carla to tolerate. So we're going to go bully him in the sim, and then we're going to bully him in reality. Actual cyberbullying. Cybernetically augmented bullying. The best kind?
Arena Combat Aptitude Evaluation
Worst
Program.
kind? I don't know.
Number 8, rank B.
Oh, he's
Final
got the,
evaluation.
yeah, he's got that grind saw thing.
Subject AC, Milktooth. Call sign, Honest Brute. Commencing evaluation.
Main system activating combat mode.
So getting particularly close to him is a super, super bad idea. Where did you go? Get back. Could you not? No. Easy.
Target destroyed. This concludes B rank evaluation. Well done.
Figured I'd interfere with his corpse. Alright. So we have a spare 10 chips to fiddle around with. And we're through rank B. They go all the way up to S on the first run. And then I think it's... I don't think it's your second run, but it might be your third.
Congratulations. You have surpassed rank B. It is a great
You get
honor
access to a
witness your
whole new
evolution as a
array.
mercenary. All Might exists for all mercenaries.
All Mind exists for all mercenaries. Isn't that nice? I am pleased to make your acquaintance. Let's see what we got. There were some I wanted to replay that I didn't get around to. Well, actually, did I? Yeah, no, I made sure that I got all the scans. So we've got Eliminate Honest Brute, Defend the Old Spaceport, and Historic Data Recovery, which doesn't pay worth a good goddamn. Alrighty, let me just double check my build here. I'm probably gonna make some tweaks. And go with something a bit more well-rounded. Actually, I know what his build is. I don't think he has any energy defense, so I might go with an energy setup. Okay, saying he doesn't have any energy defense is a bit of a misnomer. He has some, but comparatively little. His legs are these, I think. So he might actually go with an energy build. That would not be a terrible idea. One sec here. Just grabbing some water. Sorry about that. Okay, let's see what they'll let me get away with here. It's tight, but we can manage it. Very nice. Excuse me. Oy. So we're going to go for that. If we wind up dying, it's no biggie. We'll just tweak our loadout accordingly. I'm not overly worried.
I'll cut to the chase. This is about the ice worm. That Institute relic you had a run-in with. The corpse might stand a chance if it were just the PCA they were teaming up against. But that monster is a whole other story. You can't just throw bodies at it. The thing that makes it such a pain in the ass is its perpetual reactive shield. Coral tech. Takes advantage of the coral's directivity. Ordinary weapons can't touch it. So let's get extraordinary. I can make you something that'll punch a hole in that shield. But I'll need your help. You'll be heading to Grid 012, one of the first sectors they built, and it's barely holding up. That's where a little rat who betrayed RAD is hiding out. Goes by the name of Honest Brute. His AC Milktooth was built by us, so its only flaw is that it's piloted by him. When he ran from RAD, he didn't just take credits in tech. He also took a secret project of mine. And that secret project is what we'll need to bust open the ice worm's shield.
Alrighty. Let us rock and or roll.
You ready for this, tourist?
We're sticking with the tetrapod legs.
No one's gonna miss Brute. And we all stand to gain.
Because tetrapod legs are baller. Being able to just stay afloat forever is phenomenal. It's honestly maybe a little broken. They're extremely good. And I have seen no real reason to switch from them ever.
All
Which is
right,
maybe
tourist.
not a great sign.
I'll tell you where to go.
Welcome, tourist. It's a delight to enjoy the company of a visitor from so far away.
Brute, we're here to take back what you stole from us.
Oh, heavens. You're a friend of Carla's. Splendid. Any friend of Carla's is a friend of mine. Here's to new beginnings. By all means, be my guest.
See what I mean, tourist? We need to go deep down.
Oh, I see. He's got are there these line things? Ah! And we really did tour this place. Oh, frick. I'm not having a good time. What is going on?
That damn freak's using my toys like they were his.
Kabow! Baddie down there, I think. Lasers. Oh ho!
Make sure you keep clear of the laser sensors. They're set to activate the enemy machines.
A new friend from afar, just for me. What joy. Be still my beating heart.
AP at 30%.
Something's angry. Whatever, we'll just take that from the top. Actually, I have a better idea. We don't need those. I want missiles. Is explosive? I think they're explosive. Yeah, they're explosive. He's resistant as hell to explosive, though, isn't he? Yeah, he's resistant to everything that isn't energy. So, I find myself in something of a quandary because I can really mess these things day up if I'm not done. I will use, come on, the hand missiles. No, left arm unit. Thank you, because I can snipe them out. And we will switch you to also missiles. Not that one, though. Okay. Goofed a bit.
Main system
Mostly
activating
because I was
combat
not
mode.
All right,
playing
tourists.
intelligently.
I'll tell you where to go.
Welcome, tourist. It's a delight to enjoy the company of a visitor from so far away.
Brute. We're here to take back what you stole from us.
Oh, heavens. You're a friend of Carla's. Splendid.
Thank you.
Any friend of Carla's is a By all means, be my guest.
See what I mean, tourist? We need to go deep down.
Too far away. Higher this time. Okay. There we go. We're cheesing it. Also means we're hemorrhaging ammo for these things. That's fine. And up there you are. Okay, I think we're good. Oh. Yikes, that was way too slow to do anything about that. Oh, I wasn't expecting this. Nice.
That damn freak's using my toys like they were his.
If I have to fight one of those and I see it in the ball early, I'm gonna try to kick it. Alright, so let's see if we can one-tap one of these guys with these little hand missiles. And probably not. He is not dead. Which is double plus ungood. Alright.
Make sure you
This is
keep
fine.
clear of the laser sensors. We're set to activate the attack shields.
A gift sent from afar just for me. What joy. Be still my beating heart.
This was not great. Shoot, no. Freaking salt.
AP at 50%.
me see if I need to reopen this thing. I do. Okay.
I'm waiting for you, friend. Fidgeting anxiously before the big dance. I do hope I'll keep up, but the anticipation is part of the fun.
Oh, something over here. I went over here for giggles, because I saw animals. Neat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think you need to change your password, my friend. Saw a big yellow thing. There it is.
Seems like a bit of a nutter, ain't he? Bit of a dwarf.
Sorry about that, I had to sneeze.
help me with my R&D.
Left-hand ammunition at 30%. AP at 30%.
Alright, who's hitting me? Man, I hope you wrote out a last will and testament, buddy, because damn.
There's your way in. Brute can't be far.
We should keep an eye out for
What
traps.
isn't down
They'll
here?
be much more dangerous in tight corners.
I've done my best to welcome you. I do hope you'll enjoy your stay, friend.
Right shoulder ammunition at 50%. Right hand ammunition at 50%.
Bad cook. Okay. Let's see what's scanned. Also running low on ammo. Let's start watching my shots. Ooh. Ooh.
Jump down there and we've got him cornered. Don't forget, the guy's a rat. This won't be smooth sailing.
Just hop on down. Is that it? Okay. Hopping.
Is this place some kind of hangar? The target AC must be nearby.
Oh, that's a big gun. Oh, some got picked up. Sneaky. Very sneaky.
Please, I wanted to surprise you, friend.
Brute!
Oh, Carla, you've introduced me to such wonderful people. Wonderful things.
Shut him up, tourist.
A
ran out of ammo. No wonder.
Light shoulder ammunition at 10%.
Let's remember not to let us get.
was your last dance, friend. I'd offer flowers if I could find them.
That's okay. I burned a ton of ammo plinking away at things that I probably didn't need to shoot, and also wasting ammo. It's fine, because now we're going to absolutely deleterate him. It's totally okay. He's going to have his life removed. I could pile bunker him, but I don't want to deal with the flamethrower. Oh, actually, yeah. Oh, 2 for all those. Can I do that? I can do that. Let's go. Easy. Hopefully it does give me those parts.
Jump down there and we've got him cornered. Don't forget, the guy's a rat. This won't be smooth sailing.
Just coasting. Let's get down.
Is this place some kind of hangar? The target AC must be nearby.
Oh, there it is. Too close.
Please, I wanted to surprise you, friend. Fruit. Oh, Carla, you've introduced me to such wonderful people. Wonderful things. The sweet melody of the generator. How Milkwood's heart sings.
Built that AC at RAD, tourist. Don't underestimate it.
How Milktooth weeps. How the rail cannon weeps. Torn from their mother. Oh, they must miss Carla so. I weep too.
Don't encourage him.
Slow. Slow. Quick, slow. My friend, this is a gift. Thank you.
Enemy AC is silent.
Looks like he's dead. Good. All right, tourist. I'll see about retrieving our secret project. We'll need it to go worm hunting.
So we're gonna shoot it with a big honking gun. Really, really big honking gun. Alright. Yes. So we got his chainsaw. Looks like thrusters. I don't know. Could be the flamethrower. That says it's a flamethrower. Oh, nice. Very good. We got the reverse joint all lined legs. Nice. Nice. We'll take those. First joints are cool.
1 new message.
This is Chatty Stick, RAD. Thanks for putting down Brute. The Chief's already in the workshop tweaking the rail cannon. And I've never seen her happier to be at work. That is all. Later, tourist.
That's interesting. It's a actually deals explosive damage. The flamethrower. I guess that makes sense. In Armored Core 5 and Verdict Day, there were 3 damage types. There was kinetic, energy, and I think they called it chemical.
And chemical was just kind of your general catch-all for anything that didn't easily fit into the other categories or went boom. You did have some cross, like multi-types. Not too many though. Mostly it was just one specific one. What made Armored Core 5 particularly interesting was that it was kind of like your build was incredibly important. Not necessarily because of the weapons you brought, although there was that too. By default, you had the weapon bays on your back that you'd swap between, like, what's it called? Metal Wolf Chaos. But what was really important were the defensive stats that you had, because they got pretty annoying, particularly in Vanilla 5. If you went into a mission and you weren't prepared for the kind of enemy damage types you were going to fight, you could be in a lot of pain. Or you could bring stuff, if you were fighting an enemy that did like exclusively chemical damage and you built for chemical resistance, they do like nothing to you, and you just like sit there giggling as just like giant flat cannons are being just bouncing off of you, and you just cackle. It was a good time. It was a good time. I do want to give this thing a shot at some point, if only to be kind of a bloody nuisance. But it definitely seems like the kind of weapon that you bring one of and not two. At some point I'll definitely... actually, how much is a... Oh, right. That was the other thing. We got the chainsaw. The Double Trouble. Originally a tool used by industrial demolition craft, now repurposed as a weapon. Charged to deploy the blades, which can be pushed into a target to rapidly accumulate damage. You grind at them. And it's very spooky if it's being done to you. Very, very spooky. It is very much a charge-focused weapon. Huge direct damage adjustment. Huge. You take down their poise and you hit them with that, and they are just not, they're not going to be happy. It does about half the damage for charge attack that the pile bunker does, though. It's a big sweep, though, so it's pretty handy. And it's the accumulative impact that's a real killer, because you just kind of keep grinding away. Oh, that's the one that does the big whip combo thing. At some point, I will spec into melee. Oh, I never did my OS tuning. Smart. He's so smart. Okay, let me get the... Oh, it's 5, not 6. That's fine. That'll leave me with 2 points, so I can get the weapon base. Very good. Alright, so my assault armor is taken care of. I have 3 charges of it, which means I'm a friggin' monster. And if I'm intelligent and use it intelligently, I can be really, really dangerous. I don't think that's going to be a problem, but we'll see. We are probably at some point... What would we do? We'd probably get rid of weight control to do that. We would keep weapon bay. Yeah, probably get rid of weight control and quick turn. And dump points into drive control tuning, because there's some situations where melee is going to be kind of important. If I do a reset, how much is that? Like 60k, that's no problem. We're not going to do that now. 60k is like 1 mission's worth of cash. It costs practically nothing. Not assembly parts shop, thank you. It's on the other one, isn't it? Yeah, it's on the other one. Where are you? Yeah, you're down here. Oh, it's cheap. Cheap, cheap, cheap. Not intended to be used for real, I don't think. Back in 3rd gen, I think it was. Yeah, 3rd gen was the heat gen. Whoo boy, heat generation and heat management were a whole thing, and you could really mess someone's day up. It was, if anything, more aggravating than the poise for diddling that we do here. Oh, let me just double check under replay to make sure I got all the... Yes, I got all the scans. Very good. There's probably some data lore things. I'm going to worry about that after I've beaten the game once, because life's too short, you know. Actually, I could... No, I'm not into that melee lifestyle. When I go melee, I'm probably... Let me... Real quick... Simply swap to those. AC did. And I go to assembly, and the melee build will look something like probably pile bunker and insert other weapon here. It really doesn't matter too much. Wow, that is really good direct hit adjustment. I could do the grind blade. That's probably one of either this one or this one are probably the way to go. This one you don't have to commit too hard, whereas this one you commit a bit more, but its basic attacks are very good. In fact, its basic attack is even better, but you only have the one swing. What's its PA interference? 127 versus... Yeah, the PA interference on this one is a bit better, but we're not dealing with phase armor very much. This also has pretty good cooling, so you can use it more frequently. Cooling on this is pretty good too. So what a melee build will look like... We've got the Ashmead, which is the pile bunker, is you go to your other back weapons and you equip one. I don't think you can have two of those. You can only have the one, right? And basically, you rotate between the two. And let's get... Yeah, we can have the Zim and the Songbird on the other shoulder. Yeah, we can. We can do that. We're going to swap our arms to the... What are they called? It's the Basho, because they have a huge melee specialization bump. We'll probably switch to a more durable torso so we can take every possible hit we can. Legs, we... Speed is very good. Speed is very good for legs, but at the same time, durability is kind of important too. Probably the wheelchair. It's not as durable as that one, but you do have much better... better speed in general, really. Yeah. Go with that. What is the other thing that's important? So we care about close range assist, so we'll switch to that. Where is... Did we get a new booster? Oh yeah, we did. The one I was using was this one, I think. that thing is kind of crap. What is the reason to use this? Oh, because your quick boost jet duration is half a friggin' second. That's huge. That's very long. That means when you do a quick boost, you just kind of keep scooting. You don't dart very quickly. This makes you dart, like you haul ass that way, but it doesn't last very long. Ideal weights also matter. I didn't see a stat on these legs for melee thrust consumption, so I'm not going to worry about it. So this is roughly what... Yeah, we don't have to worry about thrusters. We've got the close range FCS. Let me just go to the shop real quick and check the other FCS options. Okay, that one just has slightly better everything, but we'll stick with the close range assist. Yeah, that's a melee build. I'm going to go to AC design. I'm going to go to AC data. Melee! And in fact, I'll take that to the arena and bully somebody pathetic like you.
Welcome to the Arena
Okay, I just realized I don't remember how to
Main system activating combat mode.
where are you? Can I just tap the shoulder weapon and it'll do it? Yes, okay, very good. No, you don't. I think not, sir. I missed. Bonk!
Target destroyed. Concluding evaluation. Well done.
So yeah, you turn into a little wheelchair of death, which I think is keen, for what it's worth. Oh, actually, let's go for what's his face. He just has a flamethrower. I don't care. Honest brute. We're gonna honestly, we're gonna brutalize him. So yeah, we've got a Zim and a Songbird on our right shoulder, with which we will go plow, 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 and then, you know, hit him with the grind blade.
Milktooth. Call sign.
Main system activating combat mode.
Shit. That's less than ideal.
50%. AP at 30%.
Oh, he got me first? Weak. This is fine. I don't know how to melee worth shit, so... I don't know if that thing actually works on non-AC sized targets. So I'm going to switch to... what does this even do? It's a stun baton. Oh, it causes... okay. It causes shock. Well, that's kind of trash. So the disadvantage of going
Main
with
system activating combat mode.
tank legs. Oh, I ran out of sauce. That's fine. Anyway, I don't know how to melee for crap. What I can try to do is switch to legs that are actually better. And then use boosters that are good for melee attacks. Which looks like it's basically any of these. Probably you. Means you get in very quickly, but you consume a bunch of boost doing it. I don't think heads have anything melee related, do they? No, they don't. Just defensive stats and system recovery, and system recovery is kind of huge. You want that. Yeah, we don't care about energy firearms back.
Main system activating combat mode.
I'm upset that that missed.
AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
Oh, come on now. As you can see, I don't know how to do the melee thing at all, which is hilarious because I'm just wasting time trying to prove a point that I am never going to prove. That does not make me look better.
Main system activating combat mode.
So that's what melee combat looks like if you do anything useful, which I basically decided not to.
Target destroyed.
Anyway,
This concludes B rank
now that I have a
evaluation.
melee build that
Well
basically
done.
works. It's too bad it's using tetrapod legs again. which seems to be the way. I'm not going to really want to do melee until I have points in drive control tuning anyway, because that's going to boost my melee damage substantially. Alright. We got defend the old spaceport and historic data recovery. So, defend the old spaceport and prevent its recapture by the Planetary Closure Administration. I'm going to tweak my build.
Got a job for you, 621. We've received a request from the Arquebus Group.
Raven, this request comes from our subsidiary, Schneider. It concerns the Bertram spaceport, which you and V4 brought under our control. We've received intel that a stranded PCA fleet is planning to retake the base. Your objective is to intercept the PCA and defend the spaceport. We've deployed an MT squad to support you. Use them as you see fit.
Okay.
That concludes the briefing. Good luck.
So I could go in there with Zims and songs and just get right up in things' face and get blasting. We can give that a try, because it means whatever individual target we fight, we will absolutely annihilate. Let's go check my assembly. Check my thrusters. Yes, good, okay. And we do want these range. Actually, I'll probably switch to short range assist. Because I'm not going to do a ton of Lincoln. I'm going to regret this.
The PCA are going to be fighting to win. 621, don't forget you have MT backup.
Got your MT backup hanging, boy.
Main system activating combat mode.
Commence mission. Wait, something's not right, 621.
The battle's over already.
Find out what's going on.
Oh,
Do you read me, Raven?
who my bully?
I've identified the target. That's the mercenary who took your name.
Oh. Oh no.
Let's see how far they can fly. On borrowed wings.
Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent.
Human C4621. We're not here to take back the Raven name. However, we'll see if you can do it justice.
Looks like we found your license's original owner. Tie up with this 621.
Are you a corporate core or a hackers house?
explosion for you, sir.
All right. We'll watch this one. See where they go on a raven's wings.
I guess the OG Raven is fine. That went well. I got shellacked, but that went well. Going in with missile spam probably would have been better. It's okay.
No new messages.
I've looked into the other Raven, the independent mercenary who attacked you. It turns out that Raven isn't an individual call sign.
Ah.
It's a title, passed down generations of mercenaries who champion the free will Raven stands for. They choose what to fight for, and take to the skies in flight. If that's what being a Raven means, then that's the name I want to keep calling you. Raven.
So, in classic AC lore, specifically Armored Core 3 in particular, because it really hammers hard on the Raven thing, Raven is a catch-all term for basically any independent mercenary who's, like, gotten really good, like, actually got good. And they're ultimately used as pawns by the various corporations, as we are here, of course. And by the time Last Raven rolls along, like, basically all of them have been wiped out, except for you, for plot reasons. And the ones that are still alive are all, like, just scrambling to keep a hold of anything they can. It's AC3 is a wild ride. I definitely want to play through Armored Core 3 on stream at some point. Okay. I am definitely not going to go with the close range. Well, I can stick with the close range. So that's fine. I just have to remember to switch out my FCS if we ever do anything relevant. Alright. So now we're doing historic data recovery.
Raven, I have a personal request to ask you. It's about the Angabret Tunnel, which is to be shut down after it was hit by a coral surge. I want to go there and survey the area. Even before the coral surge, that place had been all but abandoned. It's an old structure, dating far back into the colonization of Rubicon. There must be items of interest from throughout the planet's history there. As I'm sure you're aware, I have no resources with which to pay you. But I can propose an alternative. If you find any wrecks left by the PCA, you should try accessing them. Both the corporations and the Rubiconians are gathering data on PCA technology. Whatever you collect, I can exchange for credits and transfer the funds to you.
Alright. So is this one timed, or do you just keep collecting till you've collected everything? I am going to tweak my loadout as well. Let's get our good FCS going. See, I really like zooms. It bugs me to no end that right arm is listed before left arm, by the way. You have no idea. Actually, if you're left-handed, you probably have some idea. Alright, so we do want that as a workhorse gun. We can keep the Zim for anything that we need to shoot in the face really, really hard. I'm going to switch to that for
more utilitarian workhorse behavior. We're pretty well set. This this plasma rifle that I have in my left hand has just done so much work for me. In terms of just taking out basic trash, it's not super great against ACs because ACs will jump out of the damage cloud like that. They don't care. But everything else, they're just, oof, they're so good. Alright, hopefully they give me more,
I've taken a few liberties. Walter thinks you've gone on a geological survey. Thank you for doing this for me, Raven.
more stuff in the, shop soon. More items are better items.
Main system activating combat mode.
Let's get started, Raven. I've already located several wrecks that we should be able to recover data from. I'll send the marker data.
What the hell are you? You're dead. Okay, something is being scanned.
PCA craft data. I'll exchange it for credits and send them to you later.
So the biggest difficulty is that I'm spending ammo. I should.
Coral is able to conduct data and can influence digital equipment. The effects of the coral surge must have brought some of the wrecks back online. Let's see what we can find. Too. I'm so glad this is turning into a profitable mission. Let's keep looking, Raven. An older generation of AC.
Oh my gosh, that looks like a model ripped straight from 3. Or 2. I switched back around when... that's very Shoji Kawamori. That's around the time when he was starting to do designs that were going to look like Macross Frontier. Text data. Professor Nagai's log. Number 4. Text data extracted from the wreck. The lost auto-transcription for a voice log recorded by Professor Nagai, the Rubicon Research Institute director. No, the coral tide is rising at an abnormal rate. This resonance, it suggests some kind of mutation. Run the calculations. How much time do we have? 47 hours, 2 minutes, 16 seconds. We still have time. Deploy IBIS.
According to the timestamp, this was recorded 2 days before the fires of Ibis. This seems to be about the warning signs of the calamity, right before it struck. That's an old bouse I see. The Rubiconians used to pilot these.
Text data. Dolmayan's writings, number 2. Text data extracted from a wreck. This appears to come from the writings of Thun Dolmayan, father of the Liberation Front. How long has it been since I first saw her voice? Fear not, she said. There will always be plenty. She told me this as I was imbibing Rubicon's blessings one fateful day. If I were you, I'd never allow this, I replied, and I was forever ashamed by my deceit.
This seems to be a recording of Dolmayan, the Liberation Front's ideological leader. But this appears to be something exceptionally personal. Inspecting data. It's a schematic for an SG craft.
Now, if this were a real AC game, falling into that bottomless pit would be instant death. Do not pass go. Do not collect 200 space bucks. That was something.
This data sheds some light on the composition of the enforcement squads.
I would kill to have an actual mini-map again, radar map.
Another old research institute I see.
Looks like Aura Battle or Dunbine. Mixed with, what's it called? From Eureka 7, the Nervash. Also probably Shoji Kawamori design. But not necessarily. Text data. Professor Nagai's log. Text data extracted from a wreck. The lost auto-transcription for a voice log recorded by Professor Nagai, the Rubicon Research Institute director. Assistant number 1 has lost his mind. His research has utterly consumed him. Granted, there may be some logic to the C-pulse sensory augmentation of human subjects, but no ethical scholar would ever dare cross that point of no return. Mankind is driven mad by possibilities. What does Coral represent, if not sheer potential? Hey, Kiri, thanks for tuning in. I am doing well.
This is about the first augmented humans. The same coral technology that created you. But without it, we never would have made contact. I'm not picking up any more data stores. If this outing has made you think about Rubicon's past or the nature of coral, then it was all worth it.
This mission certainly didn't pay out very much. In fact, I think my ammo usage damn near burned everything I got. I didn't do too badly. Could have been worse. I don't think it's possible to go into the hole in this game. That might be the one mission where you could manage it. You'd need very expensive weapons.
We got ourselves a deal, Handler Walter.
Yep.
Michigan. So, Arquebus met us halfway? I gave them the heavy warship fleet. In exchange, Balaam's in charge of putting down the beast. They also offered some top Vespers. Guess they don't trust us. Better than nothing. I'll provide what support I can, too. Yeah, your mad scientists, RAD or whatever, and that hound of yours. Michigan. Don't underestimate 621. That hound always delivers.
One new message.
What kept you, 621? You're a famous mercenary now. Time to act like one. This next mission's all or nothing. Make sure you attend the briefing.
So, that color scheme you can blame firmly on a watcher named Kamen Rider Echo, who was like, I want something like either Voltron or a Megazord. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. Also, bright colors mean I can actually see my mech when the action gets hot. So they have given me a stun needle launcher. The Arquebus Corporation has issued you with the following prototype part. Shoulder weapon, VE-60SNA stun needle launcher. Can I buy a second one? That was right shoulder, so it would be left shoulder. Oh no, I can only have the one. Lame. So they very much want you to equip it. Can I do that without being overloaded? So what do you do? Wow, it's actually weaker than the Songbirds. What? Why would I equip this when I could just use... Well, it does do much more direct hit adjustment, admittedly. That's pretty huge, and it has worse recoil. And it reloads faster, that's something. How much ammo does it have? It has... that's actually better. That's actually better. Because ammo-wise, you're looking at... That's 30 shots versus... what is it? 21. So that is, in fact, somewhat better. It is very expensive ammo-wise, and its weight is not inconsiderable. It is a very, very heavy object. I would have to change up my loadout. Something fierce to fit that under more ideal circumstances. Anti-ice worm weapon designed by Arquebus ADD. Neutralizes coral shielding with electrical interference by firing a massive electrified needle to create a powerful discharge at the point of impact. So, why not? We'll equip it. In fact, let me see if I can... Oh no, it's only on the right shoulder. Then of course it is. Of course it is. Wrong shoulder, buddy. There you go. Can I switch you to a songbird without a... Yeah, we can do that. So I have a songbird. It's just the worm. I probably don't want to be close, so the Zim is probably out. What options do I have then? I could do that, yeah. Javelin hits like a truck. My biggest regret is that I can't realistically dual wield it. You know what, though? I totally friggin' can. It's bad for the arms, but I don't think I'm going to need to track too much. And I'm not that overweight, so it won't slow me down too much either. So we're going to give it a whirl in an overburdened chassis. And this is going to conclude the chapter, which is good.
Listen up, 621. This will be a joint operation led by Balaam and Arquebus. The briefing's about to start. I want you to attend.
First, some background before we go into detail. The intercorporate ceasefire is now in effect, and we will be carrying out coordinated attacks against the PCA. The targets are the enemy-occupied bases, the heavy warship fleet, and the recently activated...
I'll cut to the chase. This is a war against the PCA and theaters across
Damn it,
Rubicon.
Michigan.
And you all got the short end of the stick. You're here to take on the worst of our dirty work, hunting the beast of the ice field.
Sure thing, Chief. Tell you what, I'll watch and let you know how badly that goes for us.
Gun 5, you just volunteered yourself for the front line.
Moving on. Let's talk about how we're going to neutralize the Iceworm's coral shield. You'll be dealing with a layered barrier made up of a primary and a secondary shield.
Arquebus will provide the means to break the first layer. The state-of-the-art stun needle launcher. Aim for the face, and it will deliver results, I assure you.
What about the second layer?
RAD's cooked up just the thing. A neat little toy we call the Overt Rail Cannon. If we divert the space
Overt
port
rail
standby
cannon, you
powers
say?
to
Nice
ORC,
Armored Core 5
hard enough,
reference.
assuming we land the shot.
You can leave that to me. I know a thing or two about sharpshooting.
I'll oversee operations on the ground. A ragtag crew like this needs leadership.
We could use some more suppressive fire. I'll send Chatty.
That just leaves the question of who will be taking charge of the stun needle launcher. I know just the volunteer to go poke that beast with a stick. Gun 13, you get all that? Good! Time for another field trip!
Yeah, I'm with you. I definitely hope that Armored Core 6, being as successful as it appears to have been, will bring more Armored Core likes. There have been a couple. The big one I'd really like is just like a re-release for everything on all available consoles of the prior entries, particularly 4 and 5, because those are locked to one console, whereas 3 and technically 1 and 2 aren't. You can get those on multiple different consoles via PlayStation Plus. 3 in particular has a PSP release that's quite good for a PSP iteration of the game. It's arguably the definitive version, though it doesn't have to be. But yeah, 4 and 5 and For Answer and Verdict Day, I would like a re-release for sure. 5 is a little tricky in that 5 and Verdict Day have a big online component, but you don't, strictly speaking, need that to play the actual campaign story mode. Yeah, I agree. As good as Titanfall's shooting mechanics felt, or as some people say, gun sandbox, and they did, the mecha portion is very comparatively minor. We are getting Deus Ex Machina 2 eventually, at some point. The first one was pretty okay. It wasn't great, but it was pretty good. Like, for scratching an Armored Core itch, it was sound. It had good bones. It had good ideas. I think it needed more meat on the bones and more execution, because you only had bipedal legs, really, and you just flew the entire time. Assault rifles were busted, generally, as a category. Other than that, quite good. I liked some of the ideas it had. But I can definitely understand when people didn't like it. The story mode is a hash, but the story for most Armored Core games is kind of a hash anyway, because they're like, this is the least obtuse Armored Core game story-wise, probably. Because they're basically like, ooh, look at all this plot. Whereas in the other ones, it's like, what plot? Suddenly, giant ant. Shoot it. What? Oh, go out and murder these guys who are trying to form a union. Huh? Are we the baddies? Yes. Yes, you were the baddies. Alright. I don't care about target tracking. Yeah, Titanfall is definitely a movement shooter. I would, if movement shooter means what I think it means. I'm not up to snuff with all my terminology. I'm assuming anything that could reasonably be called, well, probably not Bulletstorm, but like Doom Eternal, Ultra Kill, that sort of thing. It's around, zipping around, blasting things.
This mission depends upon you, Raven.
See, I think tank treads are incredibly mecha because Mobile Suit Gundam had the gun tank, which is a mecha torso on top of a bunch of tank treads. So it feels thematically appropriate to me. Oh yeah, it's slow. Slow! Okay, it's... Oh no. Oh, shut up, Iguazu. Oh, that hurt. Yeah.
This is V4 Rusty. Rail cannon is good to go. Don't die before I get a chance to fire, buddy.
Just show me your face, bruh.
Tourist, got a message from the chief for you. Enjoy the show, and don't forget to smile.
There you are. I think the reduced weapon tracking is shooting me in the foot. I'm gonna have to change my loadout. Wow, that hurt. Shut up, Iguazu.
One repair kit remaining.
That ringing's getting worse.
Gun 5, return fire!
No repair kits remaining.
Oh, I did not mean to double tap my repair kits. It's fine, I can dodge all that crap. Where are you? Okay. I didn't shoot. That was cool. This is fine.
You don't gotta tell me. I ain't going down with you fools.
AP at 50%.
sit still. Getting distracted. What are you doing over there? Yeah. I'm tempted to just get myself killed, but I'm gonna keep going for it. Oh, now you sit still, but facing the wrong way. I see how it is. It's gonna move before I can get there, of course. Fuck. I should not have overburdened myself. That was a mistake. Well, don't watch Armored Trooper Bottoms, because they have legs, but they also have little roller skates. And so they roller skate around everywhere. I'm getting real tired of this. There we go. At last. Jesus. That took way too long for the stars to align.
Opening energy turbines. Output at 80%. Sighting correction A-OK. 90, 95.
Rusty, don't abandon me.
I won't miss.
Secondary shield down.
Gun 13, the head's open for a direct hit.
That freak actually did it. Did watch the bare minimum. This is just about
Did watch the bare minimum. Fucking love Snail. He's such a dick. Are you actually gonna handle the drones? Cause, like, if they shoot at me, I'm gonna be very upset with you.
V4, load the next shell. One step ahead of you, Commander. Finally, someone with their head skirt on straight. Ever thought about switching sides? Sure is an honor to be praised by the Red Guns hell on 4 legs. But I'll pass.
Light shoulder ammunition at 50%.
Yeah. Glad. Come on. Wrong way.
Primary shield disabled.
Shield loss confirmed.
Ow. It stings.
What are you doing? The mission's a failure. All units retreat.
I double tapped my repair kits at some point, which drained me. It's fine. I'll just, I'll swap. Assembly. Make that, I don't know. Do the, I'm going to assume the napalm bomb does diddly and didgeridoo. Absolutely nothing to it. I just don't want overburdened arms. That's the only thing I care about right now. I could switch limbs, but I like the fire performance that these give too much. I'm not going to use a melee weapon. I am far too good for that. I could go with the missiles. Those are utilitarian. They're not ideal, but this thing probably doesn't care about energy damage, so Then again, it's not like these hit. Oh, what the hell? We'll give it a whirl. If they do nothing, they do nothing. Gundam 00 Season 1 is aight. The story is disjointed. Season 2 goes to hell in a handbasket, and not in a good way. Not for the better. I am not fond of Season 2.
Main system activating combat mode.
I can't do melee combat for anything. Like, I'm horrible. I get close to an enemy, and I'm just like, no, I don't know what to do now. I did make sure I have. Yeah, I do. Where are you? Always the wrong way. Oh, hi. Your timing sucks.
This is V4 Rusty. Rail cannon is good to go. Don't die before I get a chance to fire, buddy.
Alright, turn around the other way.
Got a message from the chief for you. Enjoy the show, and don't forget to smile.
Just keep scooting. I knew that wasn't gonna work. Shai Hulud.
Reminder to all units to try to maintain space from one another. You heard? Don't have to aim for an easy target.
You don't gotta tell me. I ain't going down with you fools.
Oh! If only I were back like 20 meters, I could have done something about that. Oh, don't do that.
Gun 5, how's the field trip?
Got a freelancer to babysit and a Vesper on my back. Couldn't be happier.
You, Gun 5, you want me to haul your ass out of there?
Damn right I do. Is it too late?
Oh, I don't like that. Those are spooky. Ah, shoot.
Oh, no you don't. I ain't going down first.
What? What are you doing?
Shield loss confirmed. Initializing ORC firing sequence. Connecting EML modules. Opening energy turbines. Output at 80%. Sighting correction A-OK. 90. 95.
Come on.
I won't miss.
Secondary shield down.
Gun 13, the head's open for a direct hit.
That freak actually did it.
Didn't watch the bare minimum. This is just a first hurdle. The target's deployed drones, tourist. I'll handle them.
You're facing the wrong way! Chatty's pretty great. Not gonna get there in time. Yeah, once it decides to show its face in an angle I can shoot it at, sure. That was not it. Oh, I thought they made it abundantly clear already that he's an AI. Like, isn't he in the arena? And it tells you that he's an AI?
Shield loss confirmed. Preparing to fire rail cannon.
This mission kind of blows, to be honest.
Turbine output at 80%. Output 95%. 100%. Watch out for friendly fire.
Secondary shield down.
It's all yours now, honey. Wait, something's wrong. Fall back, 621.
I don't like that.
Underestimated this beast.
Alright, so I now have to actually be very cautious
Looks like things just took a nasty
of my
turn.
shots because I'm running very low.
To maximum output. We can't afford to lose control of the situation. This next shot will be my last.
That's where like all the lore is mission briefings and oh shit, and arena entries. That's classic Armored Core. Makes the world make a lot more sense. That's not gonna hit shit.
Taking significant damage. Might be checking out soon to restore.
It's another complete waste of a shot. Probably gonna have to do this over again. This mission is just a million years of waiting to do nothing. It's not hard. It's just tedious. Come on. God damn it. I'm not gonna be there in time. 7 more shots. Six more shots. Oh shit. So, I'm not going to be able to kill this thing because I don't have enough anti-energy super gun. That shield's going to recharge. Yeah. No, I have not. I've had to put all that on pause. I'd have beaten the game 3 times by now, but I've had to put it on pause in order to do the stream. Oh my god, you bum! Because I can't have an alternative save, because the game will delete it anytime you try to, fuck. Anytime you try to swap it out, as I learned to my detriment. Might be able to get him. No, I can't get close enough. I'm not gonna bother. Yeah, well, why don't you chew on it, Michigan? I don't know. It annoys me to hell and back, though.
All or nothing.
Did I kill it? Maybe I killed it. I'm toast, dude.
Shit me. The freelancer really did it.
I liked scan mode from Armored Core 5 for what it's worth. It made sense within the context of the game.
The blast will contaminate the area. Get out of...
So everything that could have possibly gone wrong in that mission did go wrong.
Raven, there's something I have to tell you. The coral. It's my family. My brothers and sisters.
I mean, yeah. I could have told you that.
Born from the coral tide.
It's very, very Solaris by Stanislaw Lem. Except instead of algae, it's an energy being.
I knew I was there for such a long time. Raven, you're the only one who...
Go get your rest, 621. Things are going to get busy. You did good.
Whatever. That took That felt like it took a day. That took years off of my life. Apparently you can beat that mission, from what I've gathered, without using the stun needle. I don't know how that works. I assume it's on replays.
The temporary alliance between the Arquebus and Balaam groups turned the tide of war, devastating the Planetary Closure Administration forces and exiling them from Rubicon. Though it was the Iceworm mission led by Balaam that dealt
Oh, I'm glad you dug it. I really love The Moon is a Harsh Mistress. I think my reading of it was not ideal. There's things I probably would have done differently. But I enjoy it. It's great. So much good stuff in there.
The balance of power was broken. The scales tipped in Arquebus's favor. And the Rubicon Liberation Front's hopes of fighting an exhausted foe were dashed. With the loss of their common enemy, the rival factions' war for the Coral abruptly reignited. And their bitter conflict burned with renewed intensity.
Augmented Human C4621, entering Standard Mode. 2 new messages.
Doing okay, 621? I'd wanted to let you rest some more, but the corps are on the move already. With the PCA gone, it's back to work, getting to where the Coral's gathering. Do you remember the survey you carried out at Xylem? My friend analyzed the data and learned about a massive facility under the central ice field. Watch Point Alpha. Turns out that the Iceworm was defending the entrance to that place. It's time to let ourselves in.
Raven, there's something you need to know. That friend Walter mentioned. The comms database has no record of the conversation he just told you about. This isn't about just finding the Coral, Raven. He's after something more, and he's using you to do it. Here on Rubicon.
Registration number RB23, call sign, Raven. Your records have been updated. A-rank virtual encounters are now available in the arena. May these encounters further guide your technique.
Alrighty, more arena. Let's go. More parts shop. Let's go. Give me my other shoulder cannon, please. When do I get a second one? Oh, it's left. There we go. Alright. What are you? Oh, it's a shield gun. Okay. Some sort of a spread laser for your shoulder. Neat. Oh, that's the rocket shotgun. Okay, cool. Many missiles. I'm gonna catch up on my text chat here. Realistic space civilization. Given the context that that the principles of Moon is a Harsh Mistress are in, it, like, say what you will about their polycule family unit arrangements, it basically makes sense given that the Moon is a penal colony and everything. It's internally consistent, I should say. The methodology they use, like, one of the best takeaways from The Moon is a Harsh Mistress is how to DIY a gorilla cell, basically. It's a really important, a really valuable takeaway that you can have from it. Also, the methodology they use to threaten Earth using their mass drivers and then food versus sending up their poop. for fertilizer, making the moon into even more of a dedicated breadbasket makes sense, given the context of the universe it's in. In the case of the real world, it doesn't make any sense at all because there's no water on the moon, probably. There might be some ice, but it doesn't really. It's never going to be enough. And humping water around into space is a colossal pain in the ass because it's friggin' heavy, and you have to counteract that somehow. I do kind of agree with the assessment that it just kind of makes no sense to do space travel. With currently existing technology, it really kind of doesn't. The timescales are too huge. So colony ships, you could build colony ships. We could probably do that with currently existing technology. But they'd be very, very long run. Or generation vessels. Generation ships is the term I'm looking for in my brain. As cool as the idea is, there's like a zillion things that could go wrong, and they're going to take, I don't know, at least a century to get even to our nearest stellar neighbors, even with currently existing technology, because every bit of speed you put on, you have to burn off as delta. You have to burn off on the way back, so either you make it go very, very fast, which means its impact with literally anything will probably take it out, unless it's built ridiculously robustly, which we might not be able to accomplish. Or you don't make it go very fast, and it takes very, very long to get where it needs to go. Our cryogenic preservation technology just isn't there, so people would have to be awake during the whole process, so it does turn into a generation ship type affair. Yes, the dealing with the muscle deterioration and bone deterioration are kind of a big deal. Those are things that I feel The Expanse gets right. Very, very right. If you liked The Expanse, I urge you very strongly to read a bunch of C.J. Cherryh, particularly, and I've done readings of it. Shit, of course I can't remember. Hellburner is the second one. What's the first one? What's the one that comes before it? Heavy Time, Hellburner. What's the short story I'm looking for? Merchanter's Luck is okay. Where are you? There's another one. Not Tripoint. Tripoint's good, though. Basically, any of her, what is it called? The Merchanter universe? Alliance Space, whatever you want to call it. Any of those are good, because those are very down to earth. It is a setting that does wind up developing FTL, but it's never really described in super detail, and like it kind of deals. A big part of the background is how does human civilization cope with people being separated by great distances, where the only way you can get into contact with them, because we don't have faster than light communication, other than actual couriers who are like releasing info packets. And how do you account for, say, Earth being accustomed to being the center of the universe, not being the center of the universe anymore? So it's very, very, very worth reading if you're into that. Heavy Time and Hellburner are basically local. The first one is basically about asteroid mining and some of the stuff that's going on there. It's well worth checking that out. C.J. Cherryh is an excellent author. She's great. I do not have a Patreon or anything. I am probably going to get one set up for next year, because why not? You're not the first person to have asked. And it is not likely that I'm going to be able to monetize them anytime soon, and I'm not sure I'd feel super comfortable monetizing them anyway, because I disagree with Pappy Google on a lot of things. So, yeah. I like Heinlein. That The Moon is a Harsh Mistress is from, the author of. He can definitely do low and high key creep. He can be a weirdo. I don't like everything he's done, but when he's on, he's really on. The Moon is a Harsh Mistress is great. Starship Troopers is pretty good. People harp on, oh, it's got like, you know, it's a fascist diatribe, and I'm like, eh. It's a science fictional universe. Who gives a shit? Like, get over yourself. Whether he believes it, whether he believes everything stated or not, it kind of doesn't really matter. Like, get over it. Let's see. What's another really good one that he did? His short story collections actually are typically superb. I recommend. What's it called? Genius in Orbit's pretty good. The Man Who Sold the Moon is good. It's unpleasant something. The Unpleasant Profession of something Hogue. Jonathan Hogue? Unpleasant Profession of Jonathan Hogue. All of those short story collections are worth your time. Yes, the movie is indeed a goofy sci-fi movie with an I'm doing my part scene. The book is somewhat different. The book is kind of like the origin story of a lot of modern military sci-fi, particularly stuff to do with powered armor and how they'd be integrated into a dedicated military force. Technically not the first instance of powered armor. That honor goes to some of the Lensman novels. I forget if it's Grey Lensman or Galactic Patrol that concept is first broached. Those are goofy sci-fi pulp space opera stuff. They are hilarious. I do want to read them. Yeah, I can recommend things pretty much forever. I am never out of recommendations. Alright, what do I want out of here? I don't see my precious... They're not the soups, but they're the other ones. Those might be post-game. What are you? What does your charge shot look like? Kinda crap. What's the ammo on that? 90? Why would I use that over the one you get at the beginning of the game? Yeah, it's just straight up better. It's the same ammo. What the frick? Why are they out here giving you worse weapons as the game goes on? Why are they doing this? I guess it probably is a faster projectile propagation speed. I don't know. That has higher impacts on the other laser shotgun, so that's probably worth it for that. And you have a ton of ammo with it. Still. You say that, but I have missed all but like 4 pile driver shots ever. So it's not in the cards until I have to deal with Ibis. Then yeah, probably I will. Yeah, I will probably punch it in the face. I do want to get the laser lance. I definitely want to get this because I want to get my my camphor on. I didn't want to do that. Okay, let's check noggins. Do we have better... Scan duration is better. Distance is worse. No, don't care. Worse. How about torsos? We got a more durable torso here. Oh, hello. Generator supply adjustments bad though. I don't like that. That is a very durable torso. Golly. Had great attitude stability. I can't argue with that. Do we have arms that have better firearm or melee? Excuse me. Firearm or melee specialization? Let's see. No. Just varying degrees of being durable. If we have to be concerned about durability, we'll go with those. Legs. We have Dom legs. Let's go. Or Sazabi legs if you prefer. And we finally have the heavy tetrapod as well, which I'm thinking... Click. Definitely gonna snag that. This model utilizes hover movement for increased loading capacity. 'Cause it's a dom, baby! Let's see. No. That's close, though. I mean, its thrust is substantially worse. We care about the AB. You can't see my mouse, so you can't see what I'm pointing out. I'm looking at the AB thrust. I use Assault Boost constantly. Alright, FCS. Oh, that is big long-range assist. It shafts missiles, but we'll take that. Okay, so Jenny's. Ooh, Depre Goo. Oh, but it hammers my, That's the one. Gimme a man after midnight, I'm telling you. Energy firearm spec, boost. We want that. We also kind of want that for energy capacity in case we need it. We are running out of cash. We find some decent new weapons here. Your linear rifle. Linear rifles need a little something. I don't know what it is. They're great in terms of ammo economy. Like, they have a mountain of ammo. And, their bullets aren't super expensive. They're kind of pricey. They have just tons of ammo, so you can just keep shooting them literally forever. But in terms of oomph, they kind of lack, in my experience. These are... Are these the machine gun handguns? Maybe not. Yeah, these are not it. There's a set of handgun machine guns that I've been told to look out for. Jamming bomb launcher. I like gimmicky guns. Oh, that's for targeting. I don't think that even works on the AI. We don't buy one. I don't care. I got the cash. I can buy the second one too while I'm at it. Oh, I'll buy that too. More flames are better flames. And we'll get these melee weapons, because why not? There was one of these I wanted to look out for. Where are you? I know that's new. That's new. What are you? Oh, we finally have turrets! Let's go! I can just hover around things going brrr. How does a mouse even do the shoulder attacks? Yes, I use mouse keyboard, yeah. No, you don't miss because of that. It's very easy. You just never lock on. There's no point in locking on when you can just... it has massive aim crawl. Or auto aim, so it doesn't really matter. You just hover over them, and if they're on your screen and they're within targeting range, which is sub 475 meters or so, you just automatically target them. And there's no point doing hard lock, because the game is stupid and makes it so that if you're hard locked and you jiggle your camera at all, read your mouse, you just get unhard locked, so there's no point using it. You could have your heel. I think the default controls are for shoulders are Q and E, but I have it bound to mouse 4 and mouse 5, and it's easy peasy. You just remember which one is which, and you go from there. If you run a lot of duplexed weapons like I do, then it's very, very easy. Well, fortunately, this place has no plants, just coral. And the coral is like energy people who have transcended to the next level of existence or something. So I think they'll be fine. Well, that's a good thing that there's manual aiming as an option, and then you just shoot them. So if anything, PC mouse keyboard has an even bigger advantage. So it's like, oh, you can ruin someone's day that way, but instead you just shoot at them the easy way, or hard way. You just look straight at them. You have a crosshair on your screen. You just point the crosshair at them, or center of your screen, as the case may be. What I wouldn't give to actually bump the camera distance vertically from your mech, just like 10 degrees. It would not be far. It would not need to be much. Okay, so I do have both of these right. Yes, I do. Let me get my beefier tetrapod legs. The beefy. Torso we don't have to worry about. Head is the best scanning head available. Yeah, we'll leave that because we didn't get a new one. We'll go with longer range. My arms are still not overburdened. Wild. And yet the flamethrower is somehow enough to do that. Cool. Very cool. They're overburdened if I dual wield the javelins, unfortunately. The javelin's great. It hits like a truck, but it's just so heavy. It's very hard to fit on. Fortunately, that's why things like the Zim exist. Or, you know, Gatlings. Not a huge fan of Gatlings, but they serve a purpose. What's their modifier for direct damage modifier? It's like a 200% modifier. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Oh, those are too heavy? Really? Okay, well. Good thing we're not doing that then. Zim fits. We'll be fine. Okay. It's great until an enemy is like, I'm just going to fly around doing whatever. And then you break lock and you have to search for them. This way I'm always searching for them and it doesn't really matter. Here, let me... This will give me, what, 16 points to work with? I'll see if I can cap out melee damage with this. Because I am going to need that.
Arena Combat Aptitude Evaluation Program, number 7. You have now reached rank
Oh,
A.
I meant to read the description. Shoot.
Subject AC, deep down. Call sign, Gun 2 Nile. Commencing evaluation.
Basically, playing with mouse and keyboard is more like playing an actual Armored Core title. With soft lock, I should say, is like playing an actual Armored Core title, only not really. Okay, fine. Okay. Fair dues. Come on. Give me my thrusters, please. Thank you. That's bad. There we go.
Target destroyed. Concluding evaluation. Well done.
And I'm not going to relearn how to play the game on a controller, because I can just flick very, very fast. Also means I never have to worry about using quick turn, because I'm always quick turning, basically. There's some practical value there, but it's mostly for controllers. Alright, so what was his description? G2 Nile, in the AC Deep Down, Deputy Commander of the Red Guns, the Balaam Group AC Squad. Formerly the commander of the Balaam Security Force, a paramilitary police organization that preceded the formation of the Red Guns. Nile distinguished himself with an exceptionally high arrest rate, and in those days the only man he never managed to put in handcuffs was Michigan, then the commander of the rival Furlong Armed Fleet. Having failed to arrest the man, he instead settled for a friendly drink with his old nemesis. Alright, oh finally we get to bully Snail. V2 Snail in Open Faith. Deputy Commander of the Vespers, the Arquebus Group's augmented human squad. After receiving Generation 8 augmentation surgery, Snail continued to receive follow-up treatments as new technologies entered the mainstream so as to make their merits his own. Many augmented humans have died in order to assure the safety of his repeated adjustments. This is why you just do melee attacks after you've stunned them, for me. Because then they can't move for like a solid second.
Subject AC, Open Faith. Call sign.
That head is the Macross Quarter from Macross Frontier. That head is from the Macross Quarter. It absolutely is. The rest of the body isn't, but the head definitely is.
Activating combat mode.
Alrighty. There you are. Easy work. Who needs melee?
Target destroyed.
I am the neuronal activation.
Well done.
That was a solid 20 seconds flat, maybe. "22 seconds, I was close. That must have included the opening cutscene. Alright, how much am I going to need for drive control training? I'm going to assume it's 3, 5, 7? Yeah, okay. So I'll have it most of the way there. I can get manual aiming if need be. I'm rarely going to use it, but I will have some use. Good luck doing that with a controller. Oh yeah, it's a snooze fest, but I'm going for efficiency. I'd rather do full missiles. I meant to read their spiel. I forgot.
Subject AC, Umber Ox. Call sign, Chartreuse. Commencing evaluation.
Main system activating combat mode.
Oh, what did I hit him with? Did I accidentally fire a shotgun blast that connected? Okay.
Well done.
Because the stun needle fired after shooting. I'll probably be gone in an hour, but I will be doing this Wednesday as well. I've shuffled Warframe Wednesdays out of rotation for now, just so I can bang through this faster. Because the only times I'm realistically playing it to make progress are on stream days. Other times it's like just doing finish up of missions, through replays and grinding for cash, which you barely need to do. Alright, so Chartreuse, piloting Umber Ox, was an independent mercenary who arrived on Rubicon around the time that the Choral Response was rediscovered. Held to be a member of Branch, a hacktivist collective active in the Rubicon system, Chartreuse is said to have dealt a critical blow to the closure system during the plot to attack Station 31. Branch is made up of a rotating group of 4 people, and Chartreuse is believed to be the second oldest of the current roster. And now we have Thumb Dolmayan, the man, the myth, the legend. Father of the piloting ASTGHIK. Gesundheit, Thumb Dolmayan. Father of the Rubicon Liberation Front, veteran military commander, and founder of the School of Choral Mysticism. As a young man, Dolmayan was once a dozer vagrant, until the fires of Ibis burned the star system. In the fire's aftermath, he developed an ardent belief in symbiosis with the Choral. This belief informed the founding ideals of the Rubicon Liberation Front, ideals that have made martyrs of countless Choral warriors.
Arena Combat Aptitude Evaluation Program.
And he is going with shoulder-mounted hand weapons.
Subject AC.
Good for him.
A streak. Call sign. Thumb Dolmayan.
A streak, you say? Okay, if you insist.
Evaluation.
Man, he's gonna have to be pretty nuts, because he's using a tin can. Oh, I see. No problem. Easy work.
Target destroyed. This concludes A rank evaluation. Only the best of the best remain.
Very nice. So we've killed the hero of the Rubicon Liberation Front, sort of, but not really, kind of, a little bit.
Congratulations, you have surpassed rank A. It is a great honor to witness your ongoing evolution as a mercenary. All Mind exists for all mercenaries.
What's the effective range of this thing? 280 meters is pretty good for in-game. For this game. For ideal range. Effective range is a stat you can safely ignore because it's usually the one that means, hey, by the way, it's just going to ricochet off their body. Don't worry about it. But yeah, if this didn't have... Oh, that's probably what killed the guy before, was the stun accumulation. Not stun accumulation, shock accumulation from the additional effect of shock. Cool. Hey, Frank Misers, thanks for tuning in. shop. God, for missile variants here. Oh, I might have to go for that. I might have to go for that, because I love me my split missiles. They make me happy. Oh, it just shoots 6. It's like the other one, but upscaled. Okay. How much is that? 160k a pop? Yeah, I can buy 2. Oh, right. OS tuning. Let's go. So that leaves me with 1 point left over, which doesn't do me a hell of a lot of good. Wow. What I could do, and I do have the cash for it, so it's not a big problem, and I can always just do a mission to re-get the cash. Access speed doesn't do me any good. If it affected your scan speed, distance, and other stats, that might almost be worth your time, but it doesn't. Sort of surprised they don't have anything for scan improvements. Oh well. I do want to get around to these at some point, but they're not super critical. I have to find out what the cooldown time on these is. Does this say? Nope, it does not say how long the cooldown is. Oh well. Yeah, I'd probably just go for the melee and call it good. So that I can get around to doing the melee thing. Oh, I'm getting a phone call. Give me a sec. All right, so I actually have to run. We will resume this Wednesday, starting at about 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, or whatever the, yeah, still Eastern Standard Time, not daily time, I don't think, whatever time. Anyway, 12 noon my time, whatever time that is. Right now it is 3:11 in the PM, and I have to run. I have to help someone with something. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. I do this every Monday on Mecha Mondays, where I do something giant robot related or mecha adjacent. Right now I'm doing a follow-up stream just to bang out more Armored Core on Wednesdays, which would ordinarily be Warframe Wednesdays, but is now War Machine Wednesdays. And we'll just do more Armored Core until we've gotten enough clears that I feel we've sufficiently beaten the crap out of the game. And I can do it on my own time. Probably everything after New Game Plus, honestly, or New Game Plus Plus. I'll be content after I've gotten through there. And then Fridays are free read Fridays, where I read short stories and indeed entire novels aloud. Right now we're about half-ish way through Behemoth Book 2, Seppuku, by Peter Watts, the last installment of the Rifters trilogy. So if you want some near future kind of edgy sci-fi, definitely check that out. And with that, I got a scooch. Thanks for tuning in. Stay safe, stay sane, and be decent to each other. See you all later.